and welcome to another Shady Raven video. I do apologise for the moment because I have a bit of a sore throat, so the sound quality on this is probably going to sound a bit funny. But I really wanted to get this video out because I finally managed to get all the cards that I need, at least for the main deck. And I've been sort of playing around with proxies and changing a few cards around. I think this is quite a nice build. There's nothing mega weird about this Blue-Eyes build, and there's nothing particularly sort of really competitive about it. I do just play with friends a bit and casual play, but I'd be quite comfortable taking this to a more serious tournament. But this is what I've come up with for the moment. It's pretty cheap, this build. It's not going to break the bank in any way, so I'm going to get on with it. Okay, for like any Blue-Eyes build, there will be 3 Maiden with Eyes of Blue. This is really the heart of the deck. This basically, if it's targeted or for an attack, or if it's targeted by card effect, you get to special summon a Blue-Eyes from hand, deck, or graveyard. So the sooner you get to this, the better. Ideally, you have this first turn, and then you can do some things with it. Quite often I have it myself the second turn. This is a bit of a slower build because I don't have the really powerful cards that can basically get its effect off necessarily first turn. Anyway, because this is Blue-Eyes deck, there are 3 Blue-Eyes White Dragon in it. That's really essential. Some people play 2. I suppose you could play 2. 3 is always nice, and it does mean that you can go into rank 3s that rank 8s that require 3 level 8s. And it just means if you do have to banish one, if one ends up being banished, there's quite a good chance that you're still going to be able to do things with making rank 8s that only require 2s. And it means that you can sometimes get, you generally can get about 2 Blue-Eyes out on the field at one time. I do also play 2 Darkstorm Dragons. Got a lot of people play this. This is part of the structure deck as well. I suppose it's very similar to a Blue-Eyes, only that it's dark. Has only 2700 attack, and counts as a normal monster when in the graveyard, or I think on face up on the field. Yeah. Then you can use one of your normal summons to give it the effect of, effectively, I think it's a Heavy Storm. Yeah, by sending a spell trap card you control to the graveyard. So, that's all nice. 3 Shining Angel. Basically, I always end up setting this. I get its effect off by it being destroyed. Only having 800 defense, it's probably going to die. And when it's destroyed by battle, you can special summon 1 light monster with 1500 or less attack from your deck. You special summon the Maiden, and basically then you can get all your plays off there for the next turn. Because then, of course, also then it stops your opponent sometimes from attacking you directly, because they're not going to want to attack you to try and destroy your Maiden, because you'll just negate it and get a Blue-Eyes out, which is not what they want. Let's play 3 Influence Dragon. Now, basically, this is once per turn you can target a face-up monster you control. It becomes Dragon type until the end phase. It's a level 3 tuner, and it's a dragon. Unfortunately, wind, its attack and defense aren't that great, but essentially you can either normal summon it or special summon it, even from the grave, and basically you can just use its effect to target your Maiden and get a Blue-Eyes out. It's also a level 3 tuner, so effectively you could, I suppose, go into a Star Eater if you combo it with a Blue-Eyes. Not that you'd really want to though, because you often want to go into other things. I also have 2 Whitestone Legends, level 1 tuner, gets a blue eyes to your hand when it's sent to the grave. It's used for draw and it's used for its effect. So I also play 2 Kaibaman. You can tribute that to special summon blue eyes from your hand. 2 Flamvell Guard. I was originally playing Rider of the Stormwinds, and I thought, hang on, this is a level 1 tutor, exactly the same. Not a bad defence, so it can just be used for a bit of stall. Has 2000 defence, but it's a normal dragon, meaning that you can special summon it with Azure-Eyes effect, with Silver's Cries effect. You know, there are ways to get it onto the fields in order to then synchro summon with it, and I just much more prefer that. It was play 2 Alexandrite Dragon, level 4, normal monster, 2000 attack, can't really go wrong. 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon, this is a bit different. I really like this card and thought, you know what, I could just play it in here. It also means I can go into level 8 synchros a little bit more easily. I don't often end up playing it, but it's you know, it's one also I could take out of the deck. It's one that I would side out if I needed to. So I play dragons, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, you know, that needs no explaining, and finally an Honest, because the deck is almost entirely light monsters. So that's the monster count. It's quite heavy on the monsters. See the thickness of that there. And on to the spells. I play, most of these spells and traps are spells. So I play for 1/1, special summons a Maiden from the deck. 2 cards of Consonance. Probably should play this at 3, but I can't quite fit it in. It is at 41 cards. I don't really want to go higher than that. But I do have, I think I have 7 targets for it, so it should really be at 3. But, you know, at least 3 of those I don't really want to discard. They're the Influence Dragon, which can't be really the big way to target Maiden. 2 Dragon. I have 5 targets for the deck. Could play it at 3. I think it's fine at 2. You know, I never really have a dead one in my hand, and I think at 3 I probably would. I have played it at 3. It doesn't really work. 2 Dragon Shrine. Used to build up the grave a little bit. You do end up swapping in to special summon from the grave. It also allows you to thin your deck, and if you use it, usually I do always try and send a normal monster first, so then I can send an effect monster second. I often choose Whitestone Legend so I can get its effect off, especially if I have a Kaibaman in my hand. That's always good. Silver's Cry, you need to play at 3. It's basically just a monster reborn for normal dragons. There are so many normal dragons in this deck, it's untrue. Well, it is true, but it's just amazingly good. The number of times I've just won a game by just playing Silver's Cry. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. 3 is a little bit excessive. I do have cards that I can tech out, I suppose, to put either a 3rd one of these in, if I do decide to put a 3rd in my side deck. And there are, I think, I can't remember what, Stamping Destruction and things in my side, so I can take out the ordinary Red Eyes Black Dragon. A Dark Hole, that's normal. And for the 3 traps, I just play 3 Castle Dragon Souls. Basically, this just targets the Maiden. It's essentially why I play it. I don't play Forbidden Lance or Forbidden Dress. I could, but they're a little bit pricey. And this deck really is just for fun. And seeing as I can do it without playing those cards, and I can win reasonably easily, I don't really see the point in spending the money on those cards when I can do it this way. The only reason why I would buy those cards is if I specifically needed their effects. All I need is just to target my Maiden. So that's the main deck. I'll show you the extra deck. Quite a lot of this is proxies, and I do apologise. The main cards in it are real, obviously, but quite a lot of the cards are expensive, so I haven't got them yet, and obviously I will get them eventually. But I do want to show you guys this. I've got 3 Azure-Eyes, pretty standard. I have a proxy, Stardust Dragon. Lots of these are very standard, so let's censor that a bit more. I have a proxy Black Rose, a proxy Dargon. I actually have an Italian Utopia, which is a bit weird. I have a crazy box, an Italian Grenosaurus, proxy Thunderend Dragon. This one is the one I will get as soon as possible, because it is. I just go into it at least every game. It's just a board wipe. It's made for Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's just so good. Galaxy-Eyes Tachyon Dragon, Hieratic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Heliopolis. Probably will get that. It's quite cheap. You know, that's not difficult to try and get. Nice card. Sort of go into it. It's not always necessary. Neo Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon. Again, it's another proxy. I really do need to get that. But again, it's one of these cards I only go into if I am playing a NXE's summoning deck, basically, because then it's really, really good. Apart from that, it's just, you know, it's good, but I may as well just use my Blue Eyes. Number 92, Heart Earth Dragon, and a number 46, Dragluon. No, I don't know how to pronounce that. So that's what I normally play with, obviously. And I have got a sort of a primitive side deck, I suppose. This isn't really competitive, it's just stuff that we play at school, really. My 3rd Dragon Shrine, don't really need that in there. 2 Burst Stream of Destruction, if, you know, I'm playing a monster summoning heavy deck. 3 Stamping Destruction. I can probably whittle this down to 2 and replace it with some other things, should I need to, like Mirror Forces and whatnot. But I suppose it's similar to an MST. If you have a dragon type monster, target a spell or trap card on the field, destroy that target. If you do, inflict 500 to its controller. So it's sort of a plus MST that's a little bit harder to get off, but chances are you'll have a dragon on the field. 3 Wingbeat. I suppose it's a bit like Heavy Storm, but you return a level 5 or higher dragon type monster you control to the hand. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not that bad if you return a Blue Eyes to your hand, especially if it's in your main phase 2. Whatever, you know, or if you have a way immediately to special summon that Blue Eyes back to the field. 3rd card of Consonance. I really want this in the main deck, I just don't have space. Book of Moon, just because it's Book of Moon. Enemy Controller, that's always fun. Soul Exchange, because, yeah, that's going to come out. And a Curse of Anubis, which, you know, because I play a lot of normal monsters, it's not always going to be the case. Especially if my opponent's playing loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of effect monsters. It's, you know, and they're difficult to run over. I can just change them to defense. They don't lose they don't lose life points, but I can just destroy those cards very, very easily. Because chances are the Blue Eyes will not go to defense. So that is the entire deck. I hope you have enjoyed watching this. I apologise for the video being a bit longer, but I did have a full extra deck to show you all. So let me know in the comments what you think. Give any pointers, or if you have any sort of combos that more interesting combos that I probably haven't thought of. Please post them. And I know YouTube have got rid of video responses, but if you have your own, you know, pretty much solely based on the structure deck, I'd be quite happy for you to give me a link, and I'll put that in the description below, and people can have a link to your video. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time with another deck profile. Might be a Pokemon one, might even be a Magic one, might be another Yu-Gi-Oh one. Chances are it's another Yu-Gi-Oh one. I hope to get a few friends' deck profiles as well up on this channel. So thanks for watching, see you soon, and bye!